Hello, this is Caine. I've taken over Morgan's show. She's somewhere over there.
Welcome to another one of my videos. Yes, today I'm going to be getting my makeup done by somebody else. Can you imagine if I kept up that impression of Juno Birch for the whole video? I mean, I wouldn't put it past me, actually. You may remember, if you've watched some of my other videos, that I've talked about Berlin drag performers that I admire / have been stalking for a while. One of them happens to be Caine Panik, and he is here today to paint me. How exciting. So please welcome to my video, Caine Panik. Thanks for joining me, Caine.
Thanks for having me.
I'm very excited to see what you might do with my face. Your looks are always so colourful and interesting and just totally different than what I would do, so I thought it would be fun to do something together.
We'll see how it turns out. I'm not convinced, but...
I mean, especially now, since we can't perform on stages together, I thought this was a nice way to collaborate with other drag performers. I've always liked the idea of other people doing my makeup because I'm lazy.
And I like doing other people's makeup because then I don't have to wash my own face, I don't have to prime my own face, I don't have to worry about glitter. No, I still have to worry about glitter.
Do we have an idea of what kind of makeup we're going to do?
Vaguely.
So we're just going to kind of see what happens.
I think we'll see what happens. We have some base colors picked out and we said it's going to be androgynous, and I think that's the only thing we've decided on, so...
Great. It'll be a journey. I'm going to start actually by priming my face with a mask. I've never done this before. I've seen other YouTubers doing it, and so I thought, why not? And my partner got me this beautiful Shrek broccoli face mask for Christmas. Do the YouTube thing. I don't know if that works. So I'm going to put on this face mask, and we're going to use it as a primer, because why not? Life is short, and I can look like Fiona for a minute.
I'm not convinced, by the way, but we'll see. I've never heard of using... Oh my god, it actually has a face on it.
It's actually green. Ooh, it's so slimy. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, it actually feels great.
Sheet masks are awesome. I mean, they're terrible for the environment, but
really?
They do feel good.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I mean, you could do worse things.
So thanks for watching my video. This is my look.
Oh my god.
What's so funny?
Oh, I don't know, it makes your face look kind of deformed for some reason.
Okay, while we're waiting for this mask to soak in and to hydrate my beautiful skin, I thought we'd just have a little chat. So we met at a drag competition here in Berlin. But before that, you'd been doing drag for quite some time, no?
I think when we did the competition, I had been doing drag for like 2 years or something. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I think it's been 5 years.
I mean, that's like an age in Berlin drag, I think.
It kind of is, yeah. Although I know many people who've done it way longer, but yeah.
How did you get into it in the first place?
I mean, I've been kind of in the drag scene a little bit for a couple of years before, just supporting and organizing stuff. I organized this with other people, this festival for a while. And then friends of mine were like, we're going to make a drag king boy band because there are not enough drag kings in the city. And I didn't want to be a drag king, to be honest, initially. But then I said, okay, yeah, I mean, I can be on stage, of course I'm going to do it.
What was the name of that boy band?
Oh, the Drag Street Boys. And we still exist, contrary to popular belief.
And more recently you've been working on a film project, right?
Oh yes, I've been doing the makeup for Captain Faggotron Saves the Universe.
Could you tell us about that?
Oh my god, how do you tell people about Captain Faggotron? It's going to be the most stupid movie ever, but in the best possible way. My friend Harvey has been thinking about this movie for ages, and then he actually decided to do it along with Morgan's drag mom, Vanessa Jupiter. And it's a movie about a queer superhero, Captain Faggotron, and a sort of drag queen-ish alien, queen bitch. And it has amazing actors and amazing team, and it was so fun to do the makeup for it. And
it was all filmed in 2020, right?
Yeah.
So that was a feat in itself.
That was something. So many hours of sitting around in masks.
You were wearing what?
I was wearing a mask while I was doing people's makeup.
Oh,
when I was wearing masks. Yeah.
I'm thinking of this kind of mask now.
Oh, no, that would have been nice.
2021, the year of sheet masks, not face masks.
I like doing film makeup for film, but it's so stressful. You're on such a tight schedule, and it's like, I can't do a full amazing glam face in 1 hour, and then I did anyway. But
it's like on Star Trek, where they're like, engineering, we have 10 minutes until we need the shields at 500%. That's impossible, Captain.
Yeah. Oh, I should have said that to Harvey. I think it's supposed to be the hair, but it kind of looks like bacon. It's like, did they actually skin her and that's muscle tissue, or does she have bacon on her face? What is that? But I think it's supposed to be the hair.
Where do you get your inspiration for your makeup looks?
I don't know, actually.
Because they're so different than everyone else that I see here in Berlin, especially.
But in Berlin, I guess there's not. Yeah, in Berlin, maybe. I think I just consume too many kings from all over the world. They just kind of pop into my head. And then that's why, you know that feeling when sometimes you want to be creative, but you just can't think of anything? And then sometimes you don't have the time to be creative, and your brain is just like, oh, you should do this, and this, and this, and there's an idea, and there's an idea. Why now? There's nothing where I could be like, this exactly is the inspiration.
Okay, we're back. I've taken off the sheet mask, and I've glued down my brows, and now the rest is over to you, Caine.
Okay, let's start. I have a vague idea, a very, very vague idea of what I'm going to do. So we'll see.
Besides performing on your own, you've also performed quite a lot with the Venus Boys, right?
Yes. Venus Boys are amazing. It's the collective. I never expected to do what it's doing. It's really cool.
What do you mean? What did you expect?
I mean, when I was like, hey, can I perform with the Venus Boys? I thought it was going to be, you know, a show that I perform in. And it's turned into this amazing collective of just so many artists and people with so many cool ideas. And the things we've been doing together, it's not what I expected when I signed up for it, but it's so much better. Yeah, because that's you know, one thing with the Drag Street Boys, we're a group. We always do things together. There's not really any solo artists beside me. And with the Venus Boys, it's just a collective of solo artists doing things together, and everyone has this vision and these ideas of how they want things done and how this art that they do. And it's just really cool to combine all of that and do shows together. But right now you look like a little bit like I was going to say like an off-color ninja turtle, but I don't know if that's true.
I can't see, so it's great. It looks great to me. And this paint actually smells really nice.
It's such a nostalgic smell to me.
Oh.
When I was just out of school, I worked as this kind of stage manager at this summer theater in our hometown for like half a year. And I always, whenever I could, I would go to the makeup room and help out, even though I wasn't really supposed to, but you know. And it just smells like this, and paint sticks and Krylon powder just smells so much like that time to me. Well, this is going to be a very alien Marie Antoinette, but that's fine.
Oh, great. Oh my god. Sometimes I like to go for just like beauty, but then be really stupid. Like the combination for me is like, I think that's great. But then other times I just like to look like a clown. This is another level of clownery.
I think we need to wait a second until this is dry and then shading and stuff. Whatever the actual word for that is. Have I mentioned that I have no idea what I'm doing? I am not a serious makeup artist in any way.
I don't know. That's
why I love watching drag makeup videos or just videos of people doing like big makeup, because in the beginning you're always like, what the fuck are they doing? What is that? And then somehow magically it all comes together and it's amazing in the end. Let's hope that's going to happen.
I trust you.
That's a bad idea. Don't trust me. Oh, this might stain a little bit, just so you know.
I mean, it's going on top of I've used just as intense colours. It doesn't scare me.
Okay.
When you started doing makeup, how did you learn to do it?
YouTube videos. I mean, how does anyone learn how to do makeup these days? Trial and error, basically. I guess that was one reason why I started doing things solo, because I know so few people who are interested in like this more exaggerated, unnatural kind of drag. And now suddenly, not suddenly everyone is doing it. I wasn't anywhere near the first person to do it, but I feel like in Berlin, not so many people were doing it at the time.
Look at us being hipster drag performers. Like we were doing it before it was cool.
Yes. All you kids, get off my lawn. I mean, I really do feel like that sometimes. I'm kind of old for drag standards, I feel like.
In Berlin, for sure, I think.
Yeah.
5-6 years is
No, I'm also just like as a person, like in my actual age.
True. In the drag, like among drag performers I know, I think I'm one of the oldest. Most drag performers here in Berlin that I know are like in their 20s.
Yeah. Now we've just outed ourselves how old we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're wise and what else are you when you're old? Wise and worldly and all these things.
What he said.
I really feel like I don't know how to do makeup anymore. I haven't been doing it on myself much lately because my skin has been so bad because of testosterone, which I don't regret, but the skin thing really sucks.
When you're doing your own makeup for like a show, how long do you like to allow? Well, how much time do you give yourself to do it?
Depends on how lazy I am. I mean, I can do a basic face that I feel okay going on stage with in half an hour, 45 minutes.
What?
If I have to. It's not my preference though. And that's super basic, but I usually try to have like 2 hours or so.
I tend to leave myself 3 hours and maybe more because I like to take breaks, like eat. I like taking breaks from everything. So the watercolor base that you used, it doesn't need powder to set it, right?
No.
That's great.
I mean, technically, at least according to Krylon, you're sort of supposed to sort of polish it a little bit with a dry brush or something. Okay. But that's the thing. I think that's part of the reason why I can be so fast is because I'm perfectionist in some ways, and like if it doesn't look right, but looking right for me doesn't really involve being perfectly blended or something. It's more like overall look.
Yeah, sure. Especially for stage makeup, it's the overall look always, right?
Yeah.
No one on stage has come up to me and been like, "Oh my god, I love your eyeliner so much."
Are you filming? Definitely.
Is this filming, Larry?
Okay.
And we're back after a lunch break because this makeup business is hungry work. Huh?
Come on. It could look very cartoonish, or it could not look.
Does this already not look cartoonish?
No. This is artsy. This might be cartoonish.
Okay.
Dark bags under your eyes. I'm just going to make light bags under your eyes. I don't know if that's going to work. Can you look up? Oh, you look like a frog, but that's okay. I should have warned you. When I do people's makeup, I get so critical and say some very unflattering things.
That's fine.
That's going to be okay. I mean, that's just the base. Like, this is the base, and now we can start doing things.
Was it through performing as a drag king that you realized you might be trans?
Mm-mm. It's more like the other way around. I didn't want to be a drag king because I knew I was trans.
Oh.
I've been more or less out as trans for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like many years before I started doing drag, and it was more that I was like, I'm not good at performing masculinity. Like, I'm not a masculine person. I'm just not. And I felt like I have to perform or try to perform some sort of masculinity in daily life. I don't want to do it on stage. And then I realized that as a drag king, I don't necessarily have to be super duper masculine, whatever that means. Or as a, just as a man, I don't have to be super masculine either. But that took longer to realize.
Sure.
Yeah, but I think it's like that for a lot of people that start doing drag and then start realizing they're trans. There's a stupid joke, and I've heard people make that joke in German. Like, what's the difference between a drag king and a trans man? About half a year.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. But it's, I mean, I wouldn't say it's true, but there are lots of trans drag kings, also lots of trans drag queens.
Maybe proportionally not as many. I
don't know, I think maybe it's just because there are more drag queens, because it's more, kind of glamorous, and you have people do it not so much to fuck with gender, but just because it's fun and glamorous and stuff. And I think you don't want to perform masculinity if you don't have some sort of, thing going on with gender. Because I think men kind of suck. Like, at least, the kind of stereotypical men you can perform on stage. Like, you don't have the diva or something glamorous and fun. You just have machos.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have to. There are plenty of drag kings who do really nice male drag. I never wanted to wear mustaches. When I started out with drag king, like all the other drag street boys were always wearing beards and mustaches, and I never wanted to. And then somehow when I started doing drag as like a solo artist, that became my signature thing. I don't know why.
From the way you're drawing it feels so intricate. Like, there's so many parts.
It's not really.
You were talking about a drag king who doesn't really participate, who only participates in the German drag scene here, and I was thinking about how in Berlin it's so interesting that there's like two distinct drag scenes almost, like the German drag scene and the non-German drag scene basically, which is mostly in English.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I started out, and I'm still participating in that. Maybe not as much as in the international scene, but it's sad that there's so little overlap because there are great people in both scenes, but somehow German is my native language, and I don't know if I can talk about drag in German anymore because even though I'm also like in the German drag scene, so to say, I feel like drag is so much easier to speak about in English.
There's a big vocabulary about it.
Yeah. Even though Germany has such a long history of drag, and sad often it's forgotten. Like people talk about drag as if it started in the 60s or something.
Yeah.
Which it didn't.
No.
But I really like seeing other people do their makeup because it's so interesting what people do first and last and not at all.
And it shows you that there's really no one right or wrong way to do things. Just whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Although I feel like the makeup industry would say otherwise.
Well, the makeup industry sucks. So. It might show up on screen, but I like it.
That's all that matters.
Yes. I mean, I feel like all that matters is that you like it in the end because this is your face. But
I'm just a blank canvas for you, Caine.
You don't really have a choice about that right now, so.
We like a lot of the same kind of nerdy sci-fi stuff, which I'm not surprised by. Have you ever done like cosplay makeup, drag? Have you like dressed up as a character from...
I mean, I've done it for the Teddy Awards because Gabi Topau, she always does this thing for the Teddy Awards where she puts together a group of drag performers that dress up as characters.
Cool.
From movies.
Yeah.
And I've done the Mad Hatter, like the Johnny Depp Mad Hatter.
Oh yeah.
Because apparently my drag aesthetic is Johnny Depp characters or Tim Burton characters. I've done this and then Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
So I guess that would count as cosplay, I guess.
Yeah. You know Alexa Spread?
Yeah.
She did a Lady Galadriel look.
Oh my god.
I didn't see I didn't see it live anyway, but she did a performance where she like transforms from Lady Galadriel into Gollum, which is so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to see that. See, a second ago I knew what I was going to do. Now I forgot.
Relatable.
I remember that one time I was meeting up with Fanny Headache to do our makeup together, and we were going to go to Monster Ronson's once we were in makeup, and we took so long that it was just too late to go.
Wow, and that's a late show.
I should have figured out where to put this before I put glue on it, but it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I mean, I'm named Caine Panik for a reason, so. I feel like that needs more. This is not enough yet. That's what drag does to you. It's like you look at this and think this needs more. Okay, I need to paint your ears before I forget that. Do you want to put your lashes on yourself?
I can.
Yeah. Lashes are my nemesis. Bishop Black knows what I'm talking about. And so does everyone who was on Faggotron, because I was at least very vocal about it. Lashes are the worst. Is it okay if I paint in your ear?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Although if you don't, it will be very obvious.
Exactly. Paint your ears, people.
Even if you're doing natural skin tones, actually.
Yes. That was such a revelation earlier this year, though. When I was really like having a crisis of faith about my drag earlier this year. Because I was like, I don't know how to do makeup anymore. My skin is shit. Everyone else is younger and prettier and better and more talented than I. I think we all have those thoughts, but.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, lucky you. I don't know. And then I was, supposed to do this makeup on this movie, which I had never done, and I didn't think it was good enough to do that. And then I saw this episode of, I think Umbrella Academy. Yeah, it was Umbrella Academy. And then I noticed that this one character just had a super noticeable makeup line. Where it's like, no, you did not blend that enough, makeup artist. And then I figured, if someone doing makeup on a big budget, presumably, I don't know how big the budget is.
I mean, it's on Netflix. It must be pretty big.
Show can fuck up like that, and I can do makeup on a no budget indie.
Totally. Yeah.
That was such a revelation. Yeah, we tend to, at least I tend to be kind of really competitive about it for no good reason. Like, you did this video about 10 Berlin performers you like or something. Yeah. And then I was thinking okay, who would I put on this? Who would I put in the video? And I couldn't decide because there are so many amazing people in Berlin, and I literally stand this whole scene.
Sure, yeah. Oh yeah, I could have made that
Yeah.
video 3 hours long.
Yeah, but just the fact that you actually like narrowed it down to some people.
A behind the scenes secret, I basically just chose people who've been in my show. I mean, for sure, with that video, as soon as I published it and then watched it, I realized, oh, I forgot this person and that person. Oh, I could have mentioned that one.
Maybe put lashes on, and then we'll do lips, and then I see, I'll probably put more on. But I remember at Bushwick Berlin 3 years ago now, first one anyway. I was wearing these giant lashes, and they had, and inside they had this like wind machine kind of. It wasn't a wind machine. It was just to get some air in there because it was a really hot day.
Okay.
And I was standing close to it, and my lashes just kept doing this. It was the most annoyed I've ever been by lashes before Captain Faggotron came along.
So you did a watercolor, then a lipstick, now an eyeshadow. People think with drag, well, I mean with any makeup, with a lipstick you just like put lipstick on and it's done, but no. Especially if you're drawing a different shape of lip than what you naturally have, then it takes some time.
And it takes some time even if you're a drag king, by the way. That was one of the moments where I was the angriest I've ever been in drag, probably. I was performing at some show, and there was this one person taking photos. For some reason we were talking about makeup, and you know my makeup. I was in full like Caine Panik makeup. And this person, like this non-drag photographer, was like, your makeup probably doesn't take as long as these queens. And I was there like, girl, look at my face. Just because I was like assigned female at birth doesn't mean that I can do my makeup in 2 minutes. You feel so devalued as a king sometimes because people think it doesn't take as much effort, even though it does. Yes. Okay. Now you can go.
Thank you. Okay.
I get very bossy when I do makeup, but it's weird because I'm not usually like that. But everything about this is so wrong.
Wow, this is the final look. Goodness, who knew that it would come to this?
I mean, I suspected it, but
thank you, Caine. This was really fun.
Yes.
I've never looked so colourful. I think.
I don't think so either. The gloves really make it. I hope they are very visible.
Do you think people would recognise me?
I don't know. I wouldn't recognise you.
It's me, Morgan Panik.
Morgan Panik.
That's quite a good name.
Actually, that's me every night, basically. Wow. Thank you for lending me your face.
Totally. Thank you for beating it so beautifully.
Everything I could say to that would be very wrong.
So where can people find more about you on the internet, Caine?
They can find out more on Instagram at Caine Panik and on Facebook also at Caine Panik.
Oh, that's Caine Panik, CAINEPANIK.
Morgan can spell my name better than I can.
Oh, is my makeup running off my nose?
No.
So glamorous.
Just shouldn't do drag in winter. Or in summer because then it runs because of the sweat.
Just ever.
Just don't do drag.
Don't do drag, kids. It's not worth it.
You could end up like this.
Let this be a cautionary tale. This was really fun.
It really was.
I'm glad that we got to do something together during this crazy moment. Having your face on me, what an honor that I never thought would be possible. Who knew?
It is possible. Just ask me.
Really, it wasn't that difficult.
Yeah, I'm easy. What can I say?
So thanks for watching another video with me, Morgan Wood, and Caine Panik. If you found it interesting, please consider subscribing and sharing it. Leave us a comment to let us know how beautiful we are. And if you aren't already, you can follow me on Instagram at Morgan Wood Callisto, MorganWoodCalisto. Thanks for watching. See you soon. ASMR.
These gloves are this is such a look.
I mean, you said it needs more.
You just wiggle in there. Yeah.
Ow. Oh my god, ow. I mean, I'm not aiming to do like beauty. In case you were under the illusion that this was a YouTube channel for beauty, no.